Yes, we are live.
Hi Radhika.
Hey.
Hey, it's so good to see you. I know we've done a few of these Facebook Live sessions, and I've always gotten good feedback from parents and people who watch us sometimes. And so I thought maybe this would be a good time to come back together and talk about this topic called Zoom burnout, which I'm hearing a lot from parents these days, especially when I ask them to sign up for the Sky Kids class. They're like, "Oh, my child is exhausted with all these online classes, and when are you going to open up for in person?" So I thought this would be a good time for you and me to kind of provide some tips to parents. How Sky Kids is different and how it's not in the same realm of classes. So okay, so the question is to you, Radhika. How do you respond to parents, or what tips can we provide when parents are complaining about Zoom burnout?
This is a very, very valid question, right, Nitisha? Think about it. You and I are
Mhm.
working from home. I think you have now started going into work a couple of days. I'm still working from home. And when we are in meetings all day long, has this ever happened to you that sometime, like for a brief minute or so, if you are not the one presenting, you're sitting and listening, that you tend to tune out?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, all the time.
And then we feel like snap ourselves back and say, oh boy, I need to focus on this, I better not miss out.
Absolutely.
And if adults like you and I experience it, of course the kids will also,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
It's so difficult to be. And when parents started talking about Zoom burnout, I said, yeah, I have to look up what does this word mean and what does online fatigue mean. So I read this article that Harvard Business Review has published, and they said it's caused by two reasons. One, you're so intensely focused that you're exhausted by the end of the day. You know, um, that's one. And the other one is you're distracted. There are so many things that you can open another tab and you can be multitasking, right? Oh,
Right.
let me just quickly check this or quickly check that. And then in a minute, you're thinking, while I write this report, I can just keep my ear open. And then sure enough, very soon you realize, oh, you've missed the whole conversation. And then you're like, oh, what happened? And you can't even ask in an online meeting, can you please fill me in? In
Yeah.
an in-person meeting, you can tap on someone's shoulder and ask them really quick. But this does not happen in the online setup. So kids are experiencing something very similar. And how can we help?
Hmm.
Now, we've all know the expression, the power of now, be in the moment, zone in. So that intense focus when somebody has that distinction between being 100% and giving 100%. When you're
Hmm.
doing that intense focus, you're giving that 100%. Every cell in your body is like working up the energy to like be there. Obviously, you will get tired, right? So we need tools and techniques to increase our energy. And Sky Kids, Nitisha, we've been doing it for so long. And especially during COVID, we've taught it to so many kids. And it's been such a remarkable shift. What is so different about Sky Kids? Do you want to share that, Nitisha? What is so different about Sky Kids?
Sure. I think we have so many moving parts in the program. Like kids are not sitting in front of the screen. We are doing yoga together. Yes, we are interacting. We have stories going on. So there are so many moving, and we are doing breathing, and our eyes are actually closed. So we are kind of relaxing our eyes there too. So, the curriculum is designed so it really, irrespective of the fact, it does not matter whether you are virtual or you are in person, the experience I feel still remains the same. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Even in follow-ups, Nitisha, haven't you seen? I mean, we don't have the kids sitting down straight.
Hmm.
And as a parent, as a teacher, you must have observed there are some kids in the class, and parents would have also said this, right? I mean, oh, my child, it's not possible at all to have them sit in one place. So I doubt if, or they're too young, they cannot sit in one place. They like to run around. And that happens typically because the child has so much energy to burn.
Hmm.
They're not getting enough physical activity, they're not going out. And you can see it. when people have a lot of energy, they're constantly fidgeting. They're either shaking their hands or legs, or they have a pen in their hand, they're drumming away somewhere. And when you observe, these people are also, I wouldn't say these people, but you can do a self sort of reflection on that. When you're fidgety like that, have you observed that your thoughts are also like,
Going
you
away.
want to do
Yeah.
this, then you're like, no, 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 I'll do that. You keep changing. So you're not able to settle down in something. So all of this yoga and the breathing and the games that we play, the kids
Yep.
are, the Zoom screen is on fire basically, with all the
Yeah.
kids running around, and it'll be a noisy course, parents. FYI, we'll have loud music, there'll be dancing, do a lot of things. Unlike your regular classroom where a teacher is instructing and the child is expected to sit for the 45 minutes or 1 hour, whatever duration of class they have. Unlike that, this is going to be very, very interactive. And
Yeah.
we were amazed. Nitisha and I were initially like, what? Now, because of COVID, we cannot teach children? How do we do this? And then, we came up with this online format, which is so interactive. It just amazes me at how fun it is, even for me, to be sitting down and, sharing. So
For
it's a lot of fun.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've taught about during COVID, we have taught about 200, close to over 200,
More than
300,
300.
more than 300 kids. And I also feel that because the format is online, it's comfortable for kids because they are in their own space. There's less distraction. And then even in follow-ups, I'm seeing that there is a lot of retention, like kids come back because they're used to this online format. It works well. All they have to do is log in and they're right there. They can experience it. So we've made it so accessible. So I sometimes feel like, parents, we have all these assumptions in our head that our kid is going through this online fatigue and they are done with online classes. But trust me, it's probably just in your head. And don't take away that experience from your child from not doing the breathing. When we open in person, you're welcome to join again in person. But I don't see why they cannot experience all this. And Radhika, we are doing the summer challenge for the next 21 days,
Yeah.
up to International Yoga. There's so much going on. So I really feel like there's so much your child can do over summer and experience and learn. So, anyways, I hope this small, quick session was helpful to at least some parents to kind of think through the process.
Yeah.
We have a program coming up, right, Radhika?
Yeah, we have one. We have one for younger children that Nitish and I will be teaching. Then
Mhm.
we have for the teens that Kanchi and I will be teaching, all on the same day. It's June 17th through 19th. And the link is, of course,
It's
on Facebook as well.
Yeah, it's tiny.cc Sky for Youth, right? So it's a
Yes.
easy link, Sky for Youth. Go in there and you'll find all the details. And
Yeah.
then definitely talk to us. Um, I would say open those barriers from your mind and from your child's mind and go with an open mind and expose them to this opportunity.
There's one thing which I'd like to highlight with the Zoom class. What is easy is logistics part. For
Hmm.
you as a parent, it's so much easy. All you have to do is sign up and make sure you're having your child in front of the computer, and then we take care from there. And then the class is also very short. It's just an hour and a half. What the child learns is, one, how to increase their energy levels, which is immensely essential for whatever activity they're doing, right? I mean,
Hmm.
studies or whatever classes they're doing, piano they're learning, taekwondo. I mean, you increase your lung capacity. There's so much we can keep going on and on about it, but essential is they learn how to increase their energy. Automatically their digestion and sleep improves, which means their growth happens very, very beautifully. So don't delay. These courses Nitisha and I offer quite often, actually, but again, now for summer it's just in June and then in August. Don't lose out on the opportunity for them to practice over summer, something they can practice and strengthen. It's like building a muscle. All of these things, it takes some time, invested time, right? So you have to be at it for some time to learn it and to see, and we'll lead them through that. Just bring them to the class.
Yeah, yeah, great. So I'm hoping this is helpful for some parents. And again, if you have questions, reach out to Radhika and myself, and then we'll be happy to talk to you and walk you through some of those hurdles if you may have. So thank you, everyone. And thank you, Radhika. Always fun chatting with you.
Thank you,
Bye.
you guys. Okay, bye.
Bye.